it's a backyard brawl, man. I mean, it really is. I think you got to be prepared to grind it out for 7 minutes.
A couple of the athletes we'll keep our eye on today. Reese Heller ranked 12th in his weight class for Pitt, a two-time NCAA qualifier.
He's just been incredibly solid for them. He's a guy they count on for points, and he's built that pretty well all the way through the season so far.
Peyton Hall for West Virginia at 165, ranked 3rd. Every challenge that's been put in front of him, he has met and exceeded this year.
He's been wrestling incredibly well. The best I've seen him wrestle in his career, which is what you want at this point in time, right? Does he still look for ways to improve? Yes, but I'm looking forward again to watching him tonight.
Pitt is led by Keith Gavin, a Pitt alumni and a former NCAA champ.
Just a good, solid guy. And again, these teams reflect the mentalities of their coaches. They're hard-working, blue-collar guys, and these teams are exactly that.
And, of course, Tim Flynn, the veteran head coach of West Virginia. He's got his crew ready to go. Flynn in his 7th season, looking for win number 49 in his career. And we will start at the top today, 125 pounds. Jett Strickenberger for West Virginia against a ranked wrestler, Nick Babin, and we're underway. And Strickenberger was pretty impressive Wednesday night here in front of the home fans against Iowa State. Won his match, beat a ranked wrestler then.
Well, I think anybody's wrestling anymore is going to be relatively ranked. I mean, you're talking about the Big 12 and the ACC, and so just a lot of quality guys. Shot by Babin, but he kind of stopped when he went in, and it's allowed Strickenberger to kind of stop his momentum and try to crush his hip down there. It's a long time. He gets him to pop up a little bit. He's trying to, now we're going to try to all that scrambling stuff and try to get that leg and roll through with it, and finally we're going to get that stalemate. They spent a lot of time down there.
Our lead official today, Stephen Wirtz. We mentioned Strickenberger, a win over 14th ranked Kyson Terrakina of Iowa State. Won that match 4-1 back on Wednesday.
There, got similar things, right? He takes that shot, and real quick, Babin just tries to get to that corner to roll him through. There's going to be a call for the three-point takedown for Strickenberger.
Strickenberger with the early lead.
Just a nice shot by him, right? And he stayed patient right there. He didn't panic when he was in that situation. Gets himself in a position to score 3. And really trying to turn him here if he can.
Midway point of this first period. Strickenberger scoring first. Be key for West Virginia to get off to a good start this afternoon against Iowa State. It was the opposite Wednesday as they fell behind early. A couple of different attempts there by Strickenberger.
Right. I can't really tell whether he's real super interested in trying to turn him or not at the moment. He's definitely riding him, spending some time on top. He's got to get the leg out. He could get called for stalling here if he doesn't bring him down. But Babin also, too, at the bottom, I mean, he's doing a good job of basing out, but not a whole lot in terms of generating space or trying to get it to his feet, which is allowing some riding time to pile up, over a minute now.
Strickenberger still in control. You're right, that ride time approaching a minute and a half as Strickenberger got the takedown very, very early in this match.
Well, and he's just burying him down there, right?
Final few seconds here of the first period.
Right, just a good job of controlling the tempo of the match and spending time on top. If you can stand on top, make somebody carry your weight, make them grind a little bit. Not a bad start to the match.
Very good start for Jett Strickenberger, carrying with this momentum he had Wednesday night. Third member of our broadcast team this afternoon is Jared Wilson. He's Matt's side. Jared, good afternoon.
Thank you, Kyle. What an absolute great start to this match. Strickenberger able to work in on the defense, stop Babin's shot, wrap him up, and then get back to his feet and finish a takedown immediately. Rack up almost 2 minutes of riding time then afterwards. Great start to today's dual meet, and it's going to go just about like that every single match. It's as close as you can imagine for a duel.
see Strickenberger scoring very early on, and the West Virginia wrestler chooses bottom to begin period number 2.
Now, again, the other thing you don't want to spend time on the bottom. You don't want to give Babin a chance to score points up here.
Strickenberger up quickly, but Babin works him back down.
Well, Strickenberger's in a pretty good spot right here. Babin's holding on for dear life, trying to wiggle him free, and he does, and there's going to be a reversal.
Got the reversal, 2-point reversal for Strickenberger. Back to work on top.
Beautiful defense from there from Jett on bottom. Babin looks like he's trying to get to a crab ride, and Strickenberger is able to pressure back in, fight the ankles, fight the knees, get a reversal out of it.
Strickenberger with the 5-0 lead. Again, the win over Iowa State did not compete in the previous dual meet for West Virginia against Princeton.
Really just piling up a lot of riding time. Now he's over 2 minutes.
Like something, Tony, you've pointed out in past dual meets, Jett just has a way of, you know, staying on top of you and working you down, wearing you out from any position, just finding ways to score and get you out of your comfort zone.
Well, here we are in a situation, almost the reversal of where they were before, and Strickenberger does a nice job of staying tight, keeping his hip tight so he doesn't give up a lot of space there, but Babin's still trying to work out the corner, and he's got a pretty good opportunity to at least get escape or score.
Under 30 seconds here. Just great work by Strickenberger from the opening whistle, really. They're going to go out with 21 seconds left. Strickenberger in control as they'll resume with the West Virginia wrestler on top and a 5-0 lead.
So they're both expending some energy, right? Riding, you're going to expend some energy. There's not a lot of spots to break, take a break, and on the bottom, Babin's been spending a lot of time down there. So we'll see what happens here in the last couple seconds of the period.
Strickenberger determined to maintain control here. He's going to finish on top. Spent the entire second period on top. And we go to the third against Strickenberger in control. This Pitt team coming in, they won their ACC opener Friday night against a ranked Stanford team. That was a pretty impressive win for a young team with just 2 seniors and 1 junior.
No, and they are a young team. I think that's part of what's so impressive. I mean, they've done a nice job of helping guys adapt and adjust to wrestling in college, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Not just the wins and losses on the dual meets and the matches and the tournaments, but in the actual wrestling room itself. I mean, when you're coming as a freshman, you're going to take a beating in there the way that you haven't had probably in your whole career. Strickenberger with a nice shot again, hooks the leg. You can see Babin trying to roll him through.
No points yet. Up.
Well, Babin's in a pretty good position to score as he tries to roll Strickenberger through. Usually the person who's got their head up wins in this situation. Well, there's a little bit of a dangerous situation. Either case, we got
still no points. There it is.
Gonna give it, you know, he was signaling like he wasn't in danger. I thought the plane was broken, but he's got a lot better view of it than I do. Jared might have had a better view than I did for sure, but just a nice job of getting on top. And now you're up 8-0 on the scoreboard, really 9, because the riding time point's going to count now. And you're going to look at a major decision here on the front end if he can stay on top here for another 40 seconds.
The West Virginia corner was very worked up about that, yelling for the takedown and control a little bit before it was awarded there. And I think it's just because they realize how big of a magnitude that takedown was. We're now looking at bonus points in a matchup that, on paper, could have gone to the Panthers.
Crowd helped a little bit too. They were serving as an official aid, and eventually Strickenberger get the points. And again, he's in control. 8-0 final 20 seconds. Babin, native of New Jersey, transferred from Columbia, and has done a really nice job solidifying the top of the Pitt lineup. But this is a huge win for Jett Strickenberger, getting West Virginia off to a quick start. And we got a caution here.
So the way it plays out, I mean, you can give up an escape, don't want to give up a reversal. You're still going to have a major decision, but obviously the best thing to do would be to stay on top and ride for the next 20 seconds. He's got to stay off his leg, but he's close to having him turned in that situation. There's 7 seconds left, going to ride him out here. He's going to get that major decision, and a great win for West Virginia to start the match.
Big crowd on hand at the Coliseum. You see the reaction of Coach Tim Flynn, and Jett Strickenberger victorious at 125 pounds gets West Virginia off to the early lead.
This is just that last section where he finally gets that takedown. You see Babin really trying to hold on and try to drive him through as much as he possibly can, but Strickenberger stays in a good spot and eventually secures that 3 points.
And the Mountaineers take an early 4-0 lead. Strickenberger getting congratulations from the Mountaineer bench